All right, welcome to the Thursday podcast. I don't know what the fuck this one's going to be about. A couple never happened stories, maybe some inspirational quotes. We'll see what we get to. I just noticed one fucking asshole. Lucas sent this in. He's like, Jim, I found another post from that Prezzies guy that confronted the Brotosaurus in the gym, and it'll absolutely make your skin crawl. This guy makes up lies to brag about his parents like a 5-year-old, except he's closer to 45. If his mom is such a badass, why would she raise such an effeminate douchebag of a son? Yuck, Lucas. So I remember this guy talking about his Prezzies, a 46-year-old man, not saying the word present, saying the word Prezzies. So you tell me if this is a lie or not. My mother saw a Slipknot mosh pit and threw her elbows and mom stares until they walked her out. She's kind of a badass. Is she? Is she kind of a badass? So you're 46 years old, so your mom's got to be at least 66. So she was in a Slipknot mosh pit at 66 years old. And she threw her elbows up. And then she started staring at people. And then they walked her out. I don't know if they walked her out at a concert or just out of a mosh pit. But they walked her out. Now, anyone that's been in a mosh pit or saw a mosh pit, you always got that big steroid guy in there, a few of them. And they just love fucking knocking people over and pushing them and going crazy. Those are the guys who should be walked out. But they're not. They fucking just love checking somebody and them going flying. They love it. That's what they look forward to the whole year. But this woman's got to be 66, was in a Slipknot mosh pit. So that means she's got to be up pretty close, probably. She's standing out in the field somewhere. A mosh pit happens. And she threw her elbows and a mom, because she was staring. Because a 66-year-old woman is really going to scare people that are in a fucking frenzy at a Slipknot concert. They're in the middle of playing Wait and Bleed, and the fucking place is going crazy. And then this 66-year-old woman in the mosh pit's going to start staring at them. And like, oh, shit. You know what? Let's walk her out of the mosh pit so we can have fun, because she's going to knock us all over. And then, of course, she's kind of a badass. Is she? She's a badass. I got Prezzies and I saw a Brotosaurus in the gym. God, this guy sucks. He's closer to 45 years old. You make up a story like, hey, man, I was at a Slipknot concert. My mom was sitting in the back. She wanted to go. Why would you go to a Slipknot concert with your mom when you're fucking 45 years old? You wouldn't. If you were 14, your mom's got to take you, and she hangs in the back. Then I could see that. If you want to make up that story, when I was fucking, when I was a kid, my mom took me to a Slayer concert. And it was a mosh pit, and she fucking dragged me out of it, and everyone just stood still. That's more believable. But this guy goes to a Slipknot concert with his 65-year-old mother. And his mother decides to go in a mosh pit and fucking, put her elbows up. And she starts staring at these guys like they know who this fucking old woman is. And like, oh shit, look at that 65-year-old woman, man. She's scaring the shit out of me. Let's walk her out of the fucking mosh pit. What a fucking jerk off this guy is. I mean, complete no self-awareness at all that he's going to post something like this and people are going to believe it. People are like, oh, yeah, I could see that happening. There's a million holes in that fucking story. A million.